Hi, friends. No, they're not finger puppets. I have here the 3 different heads you could get for your Howard Low D whistle, and I want you to hear them today. You see, when you're buying a whistle, remember I said you're buying first based on tone quality. Almost equally, you're buying based on playability. However, if you buy based on playability, it's possible you won't like the tone quality. That's why tone quality is first in choosing a whistle. I know I'm going to sound like a commercial, but as I said in a previous video, I think the folks at Howard are way ahead of the curve with the rest of the whistle makers because you could buy one whistle in different heads and get one that has that really bright, reedy quality to it. Another that has more of the balanced, mellow sound. And another that's a little airy, leaning chiffy. So actually, that's kind of the 3 names of the whistle heads Howard provides. And I think it's great. I'm a huge fan of Howard whistles. Now, I'm not saying there aren't other amazing whistles out there. I'm saying I'm a huge fan of Howard whistles. And yes, I want more other whistles, but I'm looking forward, as I said before, to the day when other manufacturers realize that providing multiple heads for whistles is such a good idea. I have basically purchased 3 different whistles because I have 3 different whistle heads to go with my whistle body. So here's the way Howard describes each of these heads, and then I'm going to play them. The reed head is the loudest and most powerful of the 3 heads. It has a strong, resonant, reed-like quality that is unique in the whistle world. It requires some taming and good breath control. I hope you heard from that you want that tone if you're going to buy that whistle head. The balanced head. This head is the easiest of the 3 heads to play and is a great for all types of music. It has a small amount of the resonant quality of the reed head and a little of that breathy quality of the chiff head that isn't really present at all in the reed head. If you're going to get one head, we recommend the balanced head, especially if you're a beginner. The chiff head has little of the reedy resonance of the reed head. It is like a balanced head, but has a breathier quality. The second octave of the chiff head requires more breath control than the balanced head. Now, I have played all 3 of these. I keep the balanced head on my Howard because, well, as Howard themselves say, it plays the most freely and has that nice middle-of-the-road quality. I'm not looking for something that is predominantly chiffy, and I'm not looking for something that is that has no breathiness to it. I want a lot of that mellow tone. So on each of the heads, I'm going to play a scale a couple of different ways because I want you to hear how it runs and I want you to hear the tone quality. I'm not 100% positive how much of this is going to be captured because you're really going to experience the difference if you play them. And very few of us, unless you live near Sheffield, could just run over to Howard and play the different ones. So I'll now play through the scale on each of the heads. So the regular scale, the D scale, on my balanced head. All right, now I'll do the same thing on the reed head. Whoa, that is a good bit louder. I don't have a decibel meter out, but I could just tell you that's a good bit louder. Let me see, can I play it softer? If I tongue it, you're going to get a little bit of that reedy bite. That is not present in the balanced, or minimally present in the balanced. Did you catch that there? Okay, now let's do the same with the chiff head. This will be interesting to catch the differences here. I changed the tape before I did all this. I'll have to change it again after. A little harder, like Howard said, to tame those upper notes, but you're not going to have to play the third octave D that often anyway. It may not come through, but the chiff head definitely has a little more complexities to the tone. A little bit of airiness, not as much airiness as like the Caryoptima, but it has some additional qualities to the tone that I don't think are, well, that aren't at all present in the reed. The reed is just clarity and strength. The balance does a good combination, but the chiff has a fascinating extra dimension to it. I'm not saying it's my favorite, I'm just saying it's great. So the next thing I want to do is, I like for you to hear slower tunes to get some resonant quality. So I'm actually going to play a little bit on each of the whistles from the start of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, because it's a nice slower tune that has a good range in it. I'll play the balanced head first. Alrighty. Let me go to the reed head. I'll try and use the same breath pressure. I do like the tone of that, though. It's definitely not as traditional. A lot depends, like I said, what tone are you after in your low whistle? The chiff head, trying to use the same breath pressure. It's interesting. In some ways, I don't sense a great deal of difference between them. I believe the balanced is an easier whistle to play. It provides dynamics. Doesn't have quite the depth of tone that the Chiff has. The Chiff is not excessively breathy, but has some of those qualities. If you're after something leaning brighter, almost leaning out of the traditional whistle sound, then the reed is a great option for you. I did find the balanced was easier to play in the upper octave, but then bear in mind I've owned the balanced head for 8 months. So the other two, I would have been happy with either of the other two. They would have given me a different experience, but I believe either Howard's very easy to play. Again, tone quality. Listen to these. If you're buying a Howard, or if you want a whistle that gives you the ability to have something that plays 3 different ways, Howard's awesome for that. Sure, I'm sounding like a commercial again. But I love what they do. Bang for the buck. Wow, Howard is totally amazing. Now, I look for the folks at Howard to continue developing these different heads. One thing I didn't mention is you can get any of these heads with some softer acoustic resin applied at the head of the mouthpiece cavity, way up in there. There's a little concave, some mouthpieces are just flat. There's a little concave bit in the Howard that provides a little deeper quality to the way the air is then gonna flow, how that sound wave moves through the body of the whistle. That is dampened somewhat with a soft resin that can be applied into that cavity that Howard will sell you for just a little bit more money if you want the tone dampened a little bit. I haven't tried the reed head with the soft resin. That would be interesting to try that one. But anyway, that's a walkthrough. All 3 of the heads for the Howard, and I hope some of the distinctions came through for you. If you have questions about any of them, please let me know, because they're all here. And I can check other stuff out on them. Until next time, this is Scott Shade. Happy low D whistling, my friends.